Alright, welcome to my second Let's Play. I've chosen for my second game Shadow of the Colossus. It's a PlayStation 2 era game, so this is not in high definition, as I'm sure you've noticed. It's a really, really interesting game. It was actually developed internally by Sony Computer Entertainment International's one of their development teams. The team goes by Team ICO, or ECO. Not entirely sure which pronunciation is correct. So named because their first game, ECO or ICO, I think it's ECO, ICO is what it is, right? That was the first game they developed, and this is, I think they describe it as a spiritual successor. There's been theories about whether or not it's the same world or not, but I don't think they've actually ever outright said whether it is or not. I could be wrong, but just working on what I know. This game is, first of all, it's absolutely gorgeous, especially for a PlayStation 2 era. Like the scenery, the music, everything is just absolutely beautiful. Um, it is also a very well-told story. I don't want to say it's a simple story, but it kind of is. It's a very minimalist story, is probably the best way to say it. As is the game, actually. As I'm sure you can see, like, the graphics, especially for PlayStation 2, are incredibly detailed. Like, the art is intricate, well-crafted, exquisite, beautiful. But the game is structured basically as 16 boss battles. There's not much more to it. But it still feels wonderfully full, except the landscapes, which are supposed to feel empty, right? Like there's supposed to be nothing there. And you'll find out why, as the story progresses. It's subtle changes as the game progresses. The main character, who I believe is called Wander, even though they never actually say that in the game. The main character undergoes ever so subtle design changes, so that if you were to look at Wander at the beginning of the game compared to Wander at the end of the game, they were actually very different, but it happens so subtly, so progressively, that you don't really ever notice it in the moment. It's masterfully done. The game is not, it is voice acted, but it is not in English. It's not in Japanese either, which a lot of people think it is. It's actually a made-up language, and subtitled. I'm playing the North American version, so it's subtitled into English, right? So it's really... It will require some reading, but you're going to get the inflections, the intonations of the voice acting. I have played this game multiple times before. The other really thing, actually, another aspect of the minimalism here, is that there is no leveling up, per se. There's no skill progression, there's no weapon acquisition. It's what you start the game with is what you have for the rest of the game. You have your horse, named Agro, you have your sword, and you have your bow. That's it. That's all the equipment you get for the entire game. In the bottom right, I think it is, of the screen, there's a box which shows which weapon you currently have equipped. There is a bar, which is your health bar, and there's a circle. Now the circle's a bit interesting because it's like a contextual thing. When you're climbing, it shows your grip. If you run out of grip, you fall. When you're underwater, it shows your breath. When you are winding up for a powerful strike, it shows your strength. These do not change. You cannot, you can't level up and add more strength or what have you. Now, I say that, but as you do things in the game, as you progress through the game, you get more health, you get more strength, and so on and so forth. Like the circle gets bigger or the bar gets longer. If I were to, say, continue a game, because once you finish the game, it allows you to start again from the beginning. I've built it up so strong I can take down a Colossus in pretty much one hit. But that's not very fun for you. That's not entertaining to watch. So I'm going to be starting a brand new game with the base level strength and the base level health. A lot of the game is based around discovery. Discovering where the Colossi are, discovering how to defeat it, discovering what the Colossus does, and how to approach it. That's really the core of the gameplay. Now, like I said, I've played this before, so I know most of the Colossi. but it's been a while. It's been several years, so I imagine there's still going to be a little bit of discovery while I try and remember how does this Colossus work again, right? So because of the way the game is structured, like I said, very minimalist, I'm probably not going to do a lot of these direct addresses. It's mostly going to be just go, right? And again, because of how minimalist the game is, I don't want to break it up into like just half-hour chunks, because otherwise you'll just get a half hour of me trying to find the Colossus or something like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to try, each episode is going to be the journey to the Colossus and the Colossus battle itself. As always, if I fail, I'm going to show you the first attempt and the final attempt, and skip anything like in the middle, right? I'm going to try and not make you sit through a lot extra that you don't have to. In the event that an episode is getting basically I'm going to consider my cutoff 1 hour. In the event an episode goes more than an hour, I will try and find a logical place to cut it into. Can't guarantee that there will be a logical place to cut it into, but that's what I'm going to try for. There are cutscenes throughout the game periodically, but like I said, it's very minimalist, so I'm going to just include those in whatever makes most sense to include them with. Anyway, I've been talking for quite a bit. I'm going to get right to it, and I hope you enjoy this gorgeous, beautiful, minimalist, but still heart-wrenching story. Fair warning. All right. Talk to you later.
Aurel Yetoro Ikudu Ibikuka Yulzolu Ionubu Yulilo Cock I use Yulakordoloya Olik Olazulam Kos Ilzozeriku Atzoko Amnos Crudo Lavomism Wop was Uedilas also. Few hours is good. Ikola Kizado Ulola. Islis Pozaiku. Aumizukikyo. Yualo La Kwika.
Alwa Wuki Waikwa. Ujus Yazu Tsudoko was Nortekyo Wutiura.
I will. Aviori, you ace. Solumi, you.
Izukyumku, Idus Orodoyu Iweriko. It's not ours, Amuso. Alu Tiklik, if the least to Iso.
Osondo, Izo, Yuna. Evaka, Oz, Izo, Aunadaka. You echoes you. Edoli, no Ku.
Nora. Oil. I'll bet.
I was beautiful. Nothing is no quarters. On those around. I will continue. Ale was not you were and you were just no.
You do. You bet, Sanada.
I hope was no suit. Oh, you mere kind answer. Was you beer, holy comes Julie. キラジュアルノスイロヤヨロヤアルズムフォー
Orang.
You are the widow in will yellow Oyo Aoshuki
Ora. You do new.
You, I will join.
れ